Welcome to the Craft Service Table, the podcast where we talk about films, television, art, and entertainment from the perspective of the people who make them. I'm your host, Howard, and joining me today is actor and storyteller, kitty activist. She has played in more than 20 vertical shows. She is my colleague and my friend, an inspiration, and dare I say, the effervescent. Her magic is her connection, her inquisitive mind, and her openness. It's Quincey Szymeczek. Welcome to the show.
You're already making me emotional with that intro.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Though?
I mean, I'm gonna take it, of course. Of course.
It's your own word, though.
Which one is?
Yeah, you are the effervescent.
Aw.
Your magic is your connection, your inquisitive mind, and your openness. It's your word, don't you remember?
Did I come up with it?
You wrote your own story, and I have a screenshot of it. Do you want to see?
Yeah. Where did you find that? Where did you find that? Where did you find that?
Hey, I do my research.
Where is that from? Oh my God, you already have me gagged.
Oh. Do you want to give me a little context for this?
Okay, yes, okay. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm a podcaster. I do my research.
Clearly. I am aware that I can get stuck by pressure to be wildly successful and idolized. Okay, so I go to a life coach. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing her for 7 years. Shout out to Melissa. She's my mentor. She is. She gives me career advice. She gives me love advice. She's my everything, basically. And part of the inner work that we do is rewriting the stories that we've learned since childhood or through society, and stepping out of survival mode and entering thriving mode. So that was something I wrote as like a manifestation of like me entering my thriving mindset.
So all these years later, do you think this still rings true?
And I came to this world with joy. Yes, my magic.
Oh, you're reading it all. Yes,
I
please
am.
Read it out loud.
Well, for the listeners at home, my magic is my connection, my inquisitive mind, and my openness. I'm aware that I can get stuck by pressure to be wildly successful and idolized. However, now I find peace in letting myself just be. I give myself permission to do things just for fun and to put myself first and to make mistakes and learn. I allow myself to have bad moments. I love me. I love my vulnerability. Life is good and I'm abundant. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, that's a deep cut, Howard.
Thank you. I love this paragraph. And you were talking about how when you were writing your own story, it came out very negative. And this is your new story, basically. You rewrote it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
I'm already going to cry. Damn.
Welcome to the show.
2 minutes.
We're here to cry.
Yeah.
But how have you been doing? I haven't seen you in 3 weeks, which is a long time.
Which is a long time. I feel great.
Yeah.
Full transparency. I feel pretty freaking great. Mm-hmm. We just shot my passion project together, and I'm just riding that high, and like it's a lot of nervous excitement in my life right now. Mm-hmm. But I think that's a really good thing. I'm scared for what the future holds.
Don't we all? I think we all are. But shout out to your project, Cherry on Top, which we both worked on together.
Yes.
And we will definitely dive more in depth about that a little later in the episode. Mm-hmm. But before that, I want to talk about how we met. It was May of 2025.
Oh my gosh.
Which is almost a year ago.
It's been almost a year.
I know. It's kind of wild to think about it like that. It's
yeah.
almost the end of April of 2026 right now.
Yes.
And we met on a vertical set for this vertical called 30 Years Frozen, Three Brothers Regret. Shout out to that title, which went worldwide #1. I don't know if you know that.
I was aware, but I wasn't aware. I was very surprised.
It is absolutely nuts. I think it reached like over 100 million views in the first 3 days.
We're global, baby. We did it.
Should I be happy?
Yeah.
We're global?
I mean, it was definitely one of those scripts where I was just like, all right, we're here for the ride. Mm-hmm. And did not anticipate it blowing up, but yeah.
Yeah, that was my first vertical set.
That was your first?
That was my first ever.
Oh, so you started off with a bang.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like that was, I mean, the experience was just fucking nuts. I've never experienced like shooting 15 pages, 20 pages a day, and seeing the script just cracks me up every day.
Well, okay, so this is the thing. I would have never been able to tell that was just your first vertical because you were cool as a cucumber on set. You know,
Thank you.
You really maintained composure.
I tried to.
And like that set specifically needed some composure. So very, very happy that you were there.
Now, but looking back at it, what was your experience on it? Do you remember?
Well, okay, so I played the villain in that. I was like the adopted sister who took over the lead's identity. I had a lot of fun. With the story. I think the whole cast and crew, it was just good vibes. We were at that one mansion for the first few days.
Yeah.
I was tanning. I was like tanning every day because I had plenty of like downtime. And I was like, we might as well get our sunshine in. And I just remember the camaraderie was great. But it was very chaotic as most verticals.
It was extremely chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done, I think, almost 10 at this point. And looking back at it, that was one of the most chaotic ones still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely had fun. I think the most fun was that it wasn't a love story. So the dynamic of the actors was a little bit more free flow because like we were all family and we're like backstabbing each other. And that was just fun to explore that, those character arcs.
And that kind of kickstart our, I guess, vertical family. I don't know what you want to call it. That we've been really like working together for a year on and off, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we work at Captain's house on that one?
I don't believe so. I
No,
think we
we did
worked
not.
on the next one that we were at Captain's house.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I immediately vibed with you because of your hat, your set
Oh
hat.
my God.
That was like a lighthouse beacon in the
Oh,
storm.
wow.
I was like, oh, Howard's my people.
Did you take a photo of me at the time?
I think I did.
Was it you?
I'm sure I did. I was
my
like, your
God.
hat is iconic.
I thought it was. I completely forgot about that moment.
So the hat says, what does it say? It's Nicole Kidman.
Somehow heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
I was like, okay, he's my people. He gets me. He gets my sense of humor.
Yeah.
This is a safe space.
But jumping back, I would love to talk about your come up as an artist and as an actor.
Okay.
And so for someone who would describe her parents as both very, very much type 8 people, do you think it was more difficult for you to finally, pursue the arts after getting a BA in international relations or for your parents to be on board on it?
Absolutely. I mean, so my mom's an accountant,
Yeah.
but she's like this, she was this badass diplomat. She just retired. And my dad is like a civil engineer. Okay. So even telling them that I had an interest was like, by the way, guys, they were not on board until maybe the last couple of years. I think verticals really helped them feel comfortable with that choice.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she's making money. We can't really say anything.
Right.
All right. That's her choice. But yeah, they just really didn't get it the whole time. They really didn't get it. They're like, okay, this acting thing, are you still going to do it? And I'm like, yes, this acting thing, I'm still going to do it. God damn it. Like, it was a knife every time with those words. It's like, I think we all want our parents to be like, I'm proud of you and I support you and I see you and I love you.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't really getting that feeling from them specifically.
Do you remember that first conversation that you had with them about it?
Yeah, I mean, so I got like a hit of the acting bug when I was in college. So I did this little like Discovery Channel show.
Nightmare Next Door?
Yes, recreation. You really did your research.
Where you're the friend who killed someone. Yeah.
It was my negligence. I was like, yeah, girl, go with this random stranger. You'll be fine. Message me about it in the morning, you know? And then I show up at her mom's house and I'm like, I don't know where she's at. Oh, oops.
And that was you during college, and that was kind of your first official role.
Yeah, that was like totally just like the casting websites that they had in DC were like, really just kind of janky and not very legitimate. So I applied, I got it. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be an actor. even though my parents had just like helped me pay for my degree, you know, and they're like, oh, really? You're going to be an actor? Wow. No, why would you choose that? And I'm like, guys, no, this is my calling.
I always find it so funny. I think especially for Asian parents too, like they always force you to be like, okay, learn piano, learn this and learn that. And when you grow up and be like, I want to be a pianist and I want to be an artist, I'm like, no, you have to be a doctor.
Right.
You have to be a lawyer, you know?
That's so crazy that they push you in one direction and then are surprised that you would, you know, maybe spark some passion from that. Yeah.
Do you think artists are born artists?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. I think there's an artist in basically everyone.
So what makes a difference of people who became artists and who really wanted to pursue art versus people who don't?
I think everything can be art, and it is about like passion and drive and talent. So like architecture, I mean, just like everything that we create as humans, I think can be done with love and with an artistic flair. But I think the system is removing us from that, of the craft of doing and choosing what you want to do. Like I even think gardening is an art. Do you know what I mean?
I think cooking is art.
Cooking is definitely an art. So I think we all have that capacity within us, and it just looks different for everyone.
Do you think it's oversaturated at this point that, you know, only certain things are perceived as art for the public?
Oversaturated. The only thing that I think is oversaturated is like repeating the same old stories, I feel like, to maintain order, which is anti-art in my opinion.
Do you have an example of that?
I think verticals are a great example of that. I think they've, you know, regressed in a lot of ways. Some really old tropes that I think should die off, but verticals are keeping them alive. You know, like very much the virgin lead. You know, it's problematic. It's regressive.
The billionaire creeps.
Yeah, or even just the idea that this like billionaire is gonna like swoop in and save for the girl.
Yeah,
and she gets that reward because she is like pristine and angelic. Yeah,
it's not a kind of narrative that we want to push outside.
Yeah, I think there's an agenda behind it.
It's what makes money, unfortunately.
Well, is it what makes money because it's protecting the money that's already built up? You know what I mean? It's like the people who have the money are the ones giving the money to maintain the narrative.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if you look at like, I don't know, Baby Reindeer on Netflix, like that was, to me, a good example of an original story based in truth and life imitating art imitating life, and was a very successful story. So financially, that performed well, and it wasn't maintaining an agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But at the end of the day, do you think it's up to the people giving money or people watching these things?
Do you know the allegory of the cave?
Yes.
I feel like it's very that. Like the people who are in the consumer mindset maybe don't know that they're watching shadows being cast on the wall and that they're in a cave. And it's up to the storytellers to cast stories onto the wall to bring them to the light. That's what I think. That's what I think our duty is. Let's move the needle.
Love that. So when you were on Nightmare Next Door, was there a specific moment that you realized that acting was your calling and you wanted to do it?
I think just the high of like, I'm on camera, that sensation, feeling seen, that was something I felt in my soul I wanted, but I was simultaneously afraid of. Like, you know, I was getting a lot of validation and feeling seen by being on camera. And I was like, oh yeah, this is my fix right here. I need that. So yeah, that was it.
You did once say that you're kind of an anxious person. And you also said that you were raised to live a safe life in many ways.
Absolutely.
What about the entertainment industry that kind of draws you in so much? Because I feel like this is one of the most unsafe places.
Correct.
Where you can be, where you're anxious every single day.
I don't know. I mean, you talk about you feel like you're a contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's that same mentality of like, I simultaneously like am this anxious being that wants to play it safe, and I know how to play it safe, and my parents showed me how to play it safe, but there's this like deep desire that I can't ignore that's telling me to do the very unsafe thing of like being completely fully myself on camera for everyone to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like those two were not meshed. And part of the life coach journey that I've been on is like marrying the two and like unlearning where the anxiety is really coming from. Like a lot of my anxiety, I feel like, came from feeling like I can't be myself. So I have to perform this mask in order to be safe, in order to be loved and to be accepted. And as I've like given myself and rewritten those stories, I love myself, I accept myself. It's really changed the whole inner world for me. Mm-hmm. I feel less anxious because I accept myself, and I'm not looking for the world to tell me I'm accepted. I'm telling the world, I accept me, and you can or you can't. That's up to you.
How was that process like of rewriting your own story to a point of like, does it ever get to a point where you feel like you're lying to yourself? Yeah,
with her, we call it the gatekeeper. Mm-hmm. It's a specific voice. And I feel like they talk about it in psychology too. It's like your ego. And it's telling you to stay safe because this is what you know. Like the brain wants to keep you safe, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, no, don't do anything too risky because you're not protected. It's unknown territory. It's very much imposter syndrome, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like it's just about making peace with that voice. She's always going to be there for me. But she and I have a relationship now. I'm like, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I see what you're doing. Your intentions are good. You want to keep me safe. You don't want me to humiliate myself, right? Mm-hmm. But we're going to try something different. We're going to try, breaking the mold a little, putting myself out there, see how it feels. And just like factoring her into the equation of like, what am I choosing to do with my life? I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah. A good example is like with let's say Cherry, which I know we'll talk about later, but like the imposter syndrome was going crazy around that project, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm putting all my stuff out there. And so the imposter syndrome is telling me like, oh, your acting isn't as good as you think it is. Who do you think you are for like being a boss and, being an EP? And then it's like, well, let me prove that voice wrong. Let me work on the material until I feel really secure. And I'm like, no, girl, my acting is actually good. We're good. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the gentle reminder that I could be better. But I've done the work and I'm not self-sabotaging and I'm showing up as an actor to quiet that voice.
But do you think that's kind of like a battle of the fear of not being enough, the fear of falling versus I'm going to work on myself until I achieve the light? Like this, the constant battle of those two ideas, I guess.
Absolutely. I think it's something that honestly all of us can relate to. Like the am I enough question is always there.
I ask that myself every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it gets in the way. It can be a massive obstacle.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it can hold you back. Because you might do things to prove that you're enough, but for who? Who needs to know that you're enough? Like with the achievement thing, mm-hmm. You're doing it because someone else taught you that you need a certain achievement in order to be enough. So you're falling short if you haven't done X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. And then the goalpost tends to keep moving.
I don't think we'll ever reach it.
Yeah, that's kind of the work that I've been doing, is that the whole mindset needs to shift around it. It's like, no, I'm inherently enough. And everything I'm doing on top is for me and for my passion and my purpose. And it's not about proving it, you know?
Yeah.
But it took me years to even get to a more peaceful mindset with it. I'd say this last year has been the most progress I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was a friend of our show, Emily Fleming. We did an episode a couple months back, and she's also an on-screen talent. She used to be an actor, and now she's just an on-screen talent on like video productions and stuff. And she always said that every time she fucks up or feel like she isn't enough, she tells herself that, but you know who you are. And then I asked her, like, but do you believe in that when you say that to yourself? And she gave me an answer that really stuck with me. She said, I'll believe a lie if it means that it pushes me forward, if it means it makes me feel better.
I have a hard time lying to myself. I feel like that might not be a strategy that works for me. Mm-hmm. But I do believe in, like, have you heard of the red car theory?
No. Do tell.
The red car theory is, I forgot who coined it, but when you set your mindset to, I'm looking for red cars, next thing you know, you'll find the red cars.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you have the mindset of, like, I'm not enough, you might be looking for the reasons why you're not enough. And sure enough, you'll see all the reasons. There they all are. But if you adjust your mindset to, like, well, where are the wins in my life? How am I winning? Look for the little wins and, like, genuinely celebrate yourself for those little wins. Don't just, like, chastise yourself. Like, yeah, good job. No. You freaking deserve the wins. You deserve to celebrate those little wins, because I think loving yourself is the way to truly motivate yourself into, like, opening up new potential. Yeah. I don't think, like, the shame and the you're not doing enough is very beneficial to your growth at all. Mm-hmm. I think shame really does hold us back internally. Interesting.
Okay. That's one thing that I'm working on for sure. Yeah, I think I'm very much motivated by, like, you're not doing enough. Be better. Like, don't make a mistake. And that, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize that's not very healthy.
Yeah, because it's like, you're going to mess up.
Yeah. And you have to be okay with it. You're just going to continue making mistakes, and it's okay.
Correct. Yeah. Like, if the goal is not to mess up, like, you're not really going to get anywhere far, because you're going to do what's safe. You know, you got to kind of mess up to, like, I'm sure with your movie, right? I'm sure there were mistakes made along the way.
Yeah.
You know? Too much. But, like, you learn from them. Mm-hmm. And then I don't think anyone's, like, locked into your mistakes as much as we are self-conscious about them.
We're artists, we're psychopaths.
That's true. I do think you have to be a little bit crazy to be an artist in this, like, natural, in the typical definition of the word. You know what I mean? Pursuing the arts. Like, yes. You do have to be a bit cuckoo. Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially in the fucking film industry where everything is so fucking dead serious all the time. And, like, does it really have to be, though? You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, you make a mistake and it feels like life and death in this industry for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like it does vary set to set. Like,
you think so?
Yeah. I think there's people who, like, kind of set the tone on every set. Mm-hmm. And if you have, like, the drill sergeant set, like, yeah, then mistakes start to feel like crazy. And then you're like, everyone feels like they're under watch. And then sure enough, people start effing up left and right because they feel under watch, feeling micromanaged.
Yeah.
But if you, like, leave room for mistakes, like, okay, I know mistakes are going to happen. Let's find the solution. Mm-hmm. Easy breezy. Keep moving. We got it. You know?
Why can't we all be like that?
That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be so nice.
That would be more productive, I think.
So let's talk about a little bit about the vertical way.
Okay.
So was it tough for you to transition as an actor into the vertical acting or the vertical way? Understanding what the directors and the clients are usually looking for in a vertical.
Yeah, and I'm going to be, like, blatantly honest.
Yes, spill the tea.
The tea.
Spill all of it.
Is that sometimes the notes you get, I'm like, oh, so you want me to act bad. You want bad acting. That's what you want. Okay, I'll deliver bad acting. And they're like, yes, love it. And I'm like, great, wonderful. Here we are. However, I do think there is even an art to that.
Acting.
To bad acting. It's campy, it's over the top, it's soap opera. It's exaggerated. And I do think like verticals help. They're a boot camp of like keeping the emotional energy flowing to keep delivering, because the demands are next level.
Oh yeah.
Next level.
I always people saying that it's a good practice for actors to like be comfortable in front of the camera, but as far that's kind of as far as you can take it. Like,
yeah, I'd say like it served its purpose for me for sure, and like I'm game to like hire me for vertical. Hello, hire me. I'm ready.
Hire Quincey.
I'm ready. But as far as like growing my craft, the culture around it tends to be less celebrating grounded performances for sure.
What was the craziest like note you got from a vertical director or a client?
Just like the hysterics, like especially when I play the villain, they live for the hysterics, and so they're like, I had one role where I was pretending to be blind. It was very problematic.
Another one of those, eh?
Another one of those. You're right.
Yeah,
Wait.
we've done that. We literally did that.
So I have 2 under my belt. And I literally was making fun of it with my performance. I was like, and oh my God, and they were like, yep, that's it.
That was it.
Client loves it. I'm like, great. That was a gag take, but here we are. We're leaning into it, I guess. Yeah.
It's like soap opera, like Lifetime movies almost.
Worse.
But worse, but somehow worse.
Worse.
So what's the difference between like your vertical process and your horizontal process? I love that we have those phrases at this point. You have to separate the verticals from the horizontals.
It's night and day, dude. It's night and day. I mean, project to project, but I think with verticals, the biggest thing is like, you just have to like memorize and churn out real quick. So no thinking, just do, which I think can be applied to all acting, but it's less of the like internal work that you might prepare to bring to the character for a horizontal, Can
you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Like, I would say if I were taking on a project that was maybe a little bit more far removed from who I am as a person, I would need to do more research to prepare for it. But with the verticals, like, there's no time. There's no time. Like, you get hired sometimes like the next day. It's like, hey, we need you on set. I don't have time to like research someone who is actually blind and uses a cane. So I'm like, I'm just going to have to do what I think is going to be best and deliver. But like with the number of scene pages that we have to do, like you got to just be on lock, get your lines down, and get ready to shoot. So,
do you think it's a good practice?
It has its purpose of like actor boot camp, but do I like what it's adding to the ethos? Not necessarily, not all the time. I think there is a shift to push for better content. I see that happening.
100%.
So I'm very excited about that. I try to spin everything positively.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot of stories where they try to make at one point like good, decent verticals, but they just don't perform well, so they stop doing it. That's what I heard, at least.
Well, it's funny because it's like, I think the clicks and the views, maybe not as well. Like the data might suggest that they don't perform as well, but I do feel like it is a race to the bottom. I've seen like some of the vertical criticism Instagram accounts. They're just talking about how, hey, this is a race to the bottom of like how depraved and crazy can we get to get the clicks, and it's like we're shooting ourselves in the foot with this strategy, I believe.
So people are picking up on these things now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the fans especially. It's a female audience, I feel. However, We're appealing more and more to the male gaze, and I think that is where the race to the bottom is happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you done one of those? Because I haven't heard any of it.
One that I did, which was definitely a little controversial. Like, my character was the mom, and her daughter's like suitor took an interest in the mom instead of the daughter, and then I had a love story with him. Yeah, it was problematic. It was problematic. He was of age. He wasn't a minor, but it was like we were toying with that, depravity. And like there's more and more like sex toys coming up in these verticals.
Oh, so many.
Oh, yeah.
So many. We just did one that's like high school. Were you on that one?
No, high school and sex toys?
Yes, it's
Oh,
high school
Jesus.
sex toys and like a lot of like kind of sex makeout scenes. And then at one point the crew member, because I'm on script and people are like, how old are they supposed to be? And I'm like, on the script they're like 18, 17.
And it was just like way too mature for realistically.
Oh, yeah. It
Ugh.
doesn't make any
Ugh.
sense and it's
Ugh.
fucking
Ugh.
gross as shit.
No, it's getting grosser and grosser. So I think there is a movement to get the heck away from that for sure.
Yes. I always wonder about this. What is the day-to-day like grind from a perspective of an actor?
Oh my gosh. Ugh,
It must be very different from crew.
Yes. It's a lot of self-taping and self-submission and hey, look at me. Like social media plays a role for a lot of people to get jobs. Just the appearance of being busy. So yeah, self-taping is kind of like our bread and butter. Like we might be doing 3 to 5 self-tapes a day if we're really on top of our game,
Yeah.
So lots of rejection, but it's like you just keep it moving,
And that's every day for you.
Not every single day for me because I get burnt out for sure.
Yeah.
But a lot of actors, that is the standard,
Is it scary not knowing when you're going to land your next job?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like not having one on the docket is the most unnerving feeling for sure. It makes you question your place in the industry constantly. And you have to have the right head for it. I think that the mental game is the biggest hurdle in acting more than anything. I feel like, for instance, my acting is the best it's ever been in my life. This is the least I've booked in a minute. So, but the projects that have come my way have felt really perfect for me. So I'm like, okay, you have to like not outsource your talent and worth. You have to be like, I know I'm an actor. I know what gift I have. My job is to just keep bringing it every single time I can.
Yeah.
Show up. Even if it's not your best, the fact that you showed up, like that's half the battle. So just keep showing up.
How much of networking is played in that role?
Networking is huge.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what actors should really focus on when they come to Hollywood. If that's your dream, like, be really good with people as much as you can. And I as like a former introvert, that was my struggle for sure. Yes.
Found it.
Introvert central. Like, I think the more you accept yourself and you're comfortable with yourself, the more you can just connect with people. Because you're not looking to like gain anything from interactions with people. You're like, hey, this is who I am. Do we mesh? Do we not?
Yes.
Cool. Verticals have been amazing for networking. I will say that.
I know so many more people just like from the last year.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly.
That has been the biggest win for verticals. So don't knock it. I mean, we're all in the same canoe. We're like, okay, is this like the most interesting story for us? No, but it's a lot of talented people spending 12-hour days together. You build friendships that way and you find your people in Hollywood that way.
I always say this is my favorite day job at the moment.
Right.
Verticals.
Absolutely.
They're my favorite day job.
Absolutely.
Because I would rather do this than literally anything else as a day job.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel too.
And you meet so many really, really cool people, and these people are going to refer you to other people. And then, I think deep down we all know that vertical space, we're all beyond it. But everyone is in it because there is, at least it's keeping people employed. With that, I don't think you can complain about it too much. It's kind of like what you make out of it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like Moira Rose talked about it in Schitt's Creek. Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
No.
Really? I feel like you would like Schitt's
Sorry.
Creek. It's so good. Okay, anyway. Her character is like this like, fallen off actress, and she gets this job, and it's like called like The Crows or something. It's something stupid. But she like owns the part, and she's like, it really is what you bring to the role. Don't like knock the script, just bring it to life, make it better.
Yeah. 100%.
That's you have that ability to be a positive influence on that set.
Yeah.
So do it.
Vertical Sam really taught me how to present myself in a way. And now it's so easy. It became second nature to me to just walk up to someone and be like, hi, my name is Howard. I'm a script supervisor. I'm at your service, whatever, it just became so easy. And that kind of bled into my personal life as well. Yeah, and I think you just build connection so much easier that way. So don't knock it until you try it, I guess.
100%.
There's something good in there.
I feel like I have said that to a lot of the people who are like, how's the vertical game? I'm like, look, I have met some of the most talented people I've ever met in Hollywood, and now we're buddies, and they think of me when there's a job that, that's what Hollywood is.
One thing I do want to pick your brain about a little bit, now that we talked about the verticals and the horizontals, this one stuck out to me. What was it like working with a 360 camera on The Opportunist?
Oh my God, Howard!
What was that experience? Because that was, when I was watching that, it was an experience. I didn't have a headset, but it was crazy.
It's so much better with a headset. So that one, that whole project, shout out to Keely. We, this was COVID time, okay? And I was working on unemployment money, okay? So I was like, you know what? That's what I mean. When the survival mode is gone and you can just, whatever your brain comes up with, I feel like that's how humans are meant to operate. So I had my bills taken care of. I'm like, and I got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this pilot. So the resources at my hands at the time were really into VR capture. So I was like, okay, I know nothing about cameras. We're going to shoot it. It's weird because like it captures the whole world around you. So it's more theatrical in that way. Like you're on a stage, you're not playing to camera. The world is your movie, So it's freeing in one way. And you don't have to go take after take after take.
There is no cut. I mean, there's no coverages. There's no point for coverages.
Right.
Because everything is right there.
Super straightforward. Yeah.
And I think it's so interesting that, like, because the camera is capturing everything, there's really no place for crew to hide.
Yeah.
So there's this one little point. I don't know if you saw this. You probably did. There's this, like, a sound guy sitting, like, standing right next to you guys.
Absolutely. He's like, just like.
Yeah. And then you guys made a joke out of it. So a hot sound guy is standing right there. Like,
oh my God, we did do that. I told it. He was kind of hot.
It was so funny. Like, just me watching that short, it gave me a full experience, a different experience. It's very interesting.
Of the productions I've been on, that might have been one of the most hot mess ones, because it's not like we had a permit to be in Echo Park.
Yeah, how was that like? Because at one point you guys were screaming at each other, and there's a protest going on, a 360 camera, and there's another camera like acting as like the news coverage, and they're running at the same time, and you see like the news coverage in the it's a whole thing.
It's just us being degenerates for sure. We're just like, yeah, we're gonna make a pilot in freaking Echo Park, and I feel like it wasn't even that crazy because it's like, like public places in LA are already with, I'm sorry, but our homeless population, you never know what you're gonna get. So as long as you're not disturbing anyone, it's fine. Nobody cares.
Oh my God. What are they canceling La Croix? Like, what's happening? I would look at like those people who are just walking past, like just staring at you guys. Like, what's going on here?
And meanwhile, I was like, oh, this script is genius. Like this is commentary on like corporations and da da da. Yeah.
Hey, I had a lot of fun. I thought it was a really fun project.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun too. Me and my friend Leah, she's a sweetheart. We just like to be like crackheads together. Mm-hmm. That's kind of our dynamic of just being weirdos. Mm-hmm. And that's what acting is, I think.
So that was made during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What has COVID done to your creative output?
It was such an awakening for me. And I know like that can be a little controversial because everyone's COVID experience is different. But again, because I had unemployment checks coming in and all the free time, I felt free. You know, I started painting. I shot a couple of film projects. I felt like I was in film school. I was wearing my little like hat of like, oh, I'm in film school and I'm teaching myself. Yeah, I had the best time.
During COVID, you made this short film called Enough, which I had the joy of watching.
I can't believe you watched it.
I think it's a very optimistic movie.
Thank you.
Of like embracing that you are enough. It's okay to paint and dance for shits and giggles. Do you find that statement still ring true today?
Absolutely. That little short that I shot for myself was very literal. That's what my work tends to be. It's pretty literal. Of like my daily grind of facing my demons, you know? And like my healing, my catharsis was like appealing to my inner child of just doing something for joy, you know? So it feels really childlike in nature. And I look back at it, it's like kind of cringe for me for that reason, but it was truthful, you know? That was like, that's what the life coach work is all largely about, like healing your inner child. Yeah. So that's what that short film helped me accomplish, I feel.
Do you think to be cringe is to be free?
Yes.
You think so?
1000%. Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Okay. If you get humiliated, that's probably the most embarrassing thing that can happen to you. So once you've gotten over that hurdle, like, okay, I humiliated myself. No one's got anything on you. I already did the worst possible thing. I'm smooth sailing after this. You know, once you embrace like, yeah, sometimes I'm cringe. Okay. But at least you made something. At least you did something.
That's kind of what we were talking about right before we started recording of like, someone made a bad movie and then people at home complain about it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the people who don't make anything that, you know, will knock it down.
Yeah.
I think, are you familiar with Trixie and Katya?
You told me about this
okay.
When we were shooting Cherry on Top.
Okay, so Trixie and Katya, very famous drag queens, they talk about how if you don't cringe at your past work, then you haven't grown.
Yes, I love that statement.
Right.
I love that statement.
Yeah, so you've just evolved. You're like, yeah, you should be. You should be cringing at your past work.
It's a good thing, trust me.
Yeah.
So I feel like the short film Enough was a very honest and like raw look at what you were feeling at the time. And you also once said that if you're not emotionally honest in real life, you can't be emotionally honest on screen. What does that statement mean to you? And was there ever a character or like a scene where it was kind of difficult for you to crack?
I feel like that is kind of the ongoing struggle every single time the camera comes on. Yeah. Because like, especially with verticals, they'll want like a certain beat, a certain reaction, right? And sometimes it's like, I feel like it's a scientific thing. It's like the second you observe the atom doesn't behave the way you want it to, you know? So with like acting, it's like, you're asking me to be sad, but no one is like, okay, I need to be sad now. That's not emotionally truthful. Normally when you're sad, you start to clam up and you're like, the last thing I want is to be seen right now. So Bandit, for instance, you know, I had to like cry on command, basically have this breakdown because my partner in crime died in our heist. And that was like really tough. But what's fun with acting is I feel like the emotional world, your emotional core is like clay. So like if you can tap into one emotion, you can find the others. So like an in for me oftentimes is nerves. I'm feeling nervous when I'm like under pressure, and that anxiety can be like a way into like feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling happy. It's all in the same pot of emotions. Yeah. So as long as you're in your emotions, then you can maneuver it and not forcing it, like just being present with your scene partner.
Yeah.
Inspiration will come up through that, because maybe you give me something I didn't anticipate you were going to give me, and then all I have to do is react to you. You know, that's emotional honesty versus like, okay, this beat is meant to be sad. This beat is meant to be angry.
I think it gets to a point of micromanaging expression and how you're supposed to like act, especially in the vertical space.
Verticals
like,
are very
cry
that.
here,
Correct.
do that, and whatever, you know. Yeah.
Correct. It actually feels soulless because of that. You know, I'm like, that's not really the human experience, is it? It's usually a lot more nuanced.
Yeah, I think a lot of it I heard from actors, like the best advice they gotten was to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like if you hear the same line over and over again, you just become a machine of like, answer this line, answer this line.
Very robotic. Yeah. We do this thing like called keeping it fresh with acting. It's just like from take to take. So you don't like get stuck in your ways of like hitting the same notes and you disconnect. You just throw in a little sprinkle of something else from the last take so that it surprises your scene partner, surprises yourself. And that way you're having a genuine emotion reaction to that, because it's like, oh, that was unexpected. You know?
Do you still have trouble personally portraying anger?
Yeah, it doesn't feel very easy for me to access.
And why is that?
I think that comes down to like the way women are socialized. Like we're not allowed to be angry. I think that plays a huge role. There's a lot of shame around being angry. And anger is a hard emotion to harness. It feels like a raging forest fire when it's really there. And that's really hard to like cattle, you know? Sadness, I find I can like manipulate it a little more. I'm like, oh, I feel a little sadness. Oh, I feel a lot of sadness. I'm holding a lot of space for it. Anger feels more out of control.
Do you think that you need to, you have to live through it in order to understand it and to portray it in front of camera? Do you think that's true?
I think it certainly helps. Yeah. Like if in my day-to-day life, I'm having trouble accepting my anger, then yeah, I will have trouble portraying it on camera, because like I'm repressing it, you know, so it's a block. And the thing with emotions is like we feel happiness because we allow ourselves to feel the full spectrum. You can go as high as you can go low emotionally. That's how I believe it works. I've felt it work that way. The more you accept like grief and all of your true emotional expression, the happier you can be.
And I think maybe performing is in a lot of ways getting to know yourself and who you are, so that you can access these things a lot more easily in front of camera, I guess. You know, do you remember the best note that you've ever received from a director that really helped you understand the scene or the character?
That's such a good question. I feel like I have a few answers for that.
Please do tell.
I did this monologue in this casting workshop class during COVID. And it was one of those workshops where the casting director will choose a scene for you. They're like, okay, this is a good character for you to play. It was this beautiful monologue about this, I'd say 20-year-old girl who was talking to her dad in a coma. And she was sharing with her dad that she got into the college she always wanted to go to, and he wasn't going to be there to take her to college. And that, like, you know, freaking drove a knife into my gut. You know, like that was something that's very truthful for me. I'm like, yeah, I am such a daddy's girl. Like I feel her pain. But my first read through, he was like, I feel like you had planned like emotionally where you're going to, And he's like, throw that away. Just talk to your dad, basically. And then I found that I was sobbing in places. It really brought the performance to life because I let go of like needing to be sad on this line, needing to interpret this line as sad. And that allowed me to express so much more emotionally of like something else triggered the sadness when I was talking to him. I'm like, oh my God, she's talking about this road trip that she took with her sister. And like, wow, that memory is real. It brought it to life. So yeah, that's the thing with verticals where it's like you're saying this line needs to be delivered sad, but you're removing the possibility of something even cooler happening when you're dictating which emotional beats need to go where. And then the magic of the present moment is lost because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can sum it up, where does a genuine performance come from for you?
Truth. Being right here, right now. The present moment. That's where the good-ish is. I'm living it. It's truthful. There is an alternate reality where this is 100% true. Let me find that alternate reality. It's right here. It's imagination. You know? That's why they like child actors, because they haven't like been socialized out of imagination yet. And I feel like adults largely are. But we get back in touch with that as actors. So
kids are the most creative people out there.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our creativity are killed as we grow up.
Yeah, society has a way of doing
We
that.
have no imagination anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's just death and taxes.
Exactly. they want to slowly kill us.
Okay. Let's switch gear slightly.
Okay.
I always kind of wanted to ask you about this.
Okay.
Talk to me about the process of you writing down the first letter of every single word in your dialogue to remember that. Because I remember working with you on 30 Years Frozen, and I would be next to you during blocking, and then you'll forget a line. You wouldn't call line at the time, so I wouldn't feed it to you. And then you'll pull out this sheet with a lot of letters on it. And I was like, oh my God.
And Sam was like, you look like a freaking psych ward patient with your freaking decoded shit right here.
I've worked with so many actors, and you're the only one that I've seen that has that technology. Please tell me about it.
I swear by that method. I got it on TikTok from an actress. I did. And it works because you get word perfect from that. So you just need the little jog of memory of like, this is the phrasing versus like Quincey living her truth might understand the context and remember the context and then phrase it a little differently. But if you want to get word perfect and find the flow, like you write down the first letter of every word and you run it. And then it's like, then you're not even thinking about the lines anymore and you're just flowing.
Do you still do that?
Absolutely. It is I use it even if it's not that much memorization because it's such a good method in my opinion.
No, I love how you always find where the line is too. Like somehow you just know where it is. Like we'll be in like a 6-page scene and you forget a line and you pull out that sheet and it's like, oh, it's right there.
Right there.
WT, blah, 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 blah. It's like right there.
So you're saying you love me as a script soup because...
Well, no, that's not what I said.
You're like, slow your horses. Slow your roll.
No, I just think that is so interesting because I've never seen anyone do it. And you do it so well with that. And it seems to work perfectly.
I like it. I recommend it to any actor out there for sure.
Yeah. Any war story? This is a recurring segment where we ask our guests some of the horrifically memorable moments they've experienced while working.
Hold on. I might need to...
It'll be a juicy one.
Okay, hold on. I know I have a war story. I know I do. Oh, I have one. We're locked and loaded.
All right,
okay.
We'll lock in chat.
Okay, so you know these verticals, right? They love the slaps. They love the hitting women, right? And so we are all at that location in Brentwood that's like this really bougie, like open space, opulent house, that white house. There's a little dog upstairs. We've shot there.
We have?
We have. And just a freaking day player is coming in. He's late. He starts cussing out the director, being like, we don't do this in America. We don't slap women.
Oh.
But like getting racist with it. Just blatantly racist with it. He's like, go back to where you came
Oh
from.
my God.
Oh, balls to the wall racist, right? And then he like leaves in a huff, like just like so dramatic, over the top. And I remember I was listening, I had my AirPods in and I like took them out because I'm like hearing someone yelling. I'm like, what's going on? And we're all just kind of like dead silent watching this play out. We're like, who behaves like this on a professional set? So our lead actor, Eric, he had to, call somebody up last minute to get a day player to replace him because he like walked off set. Understandably, he should have been freaking fired. And I remember the stunt guy was there. I don't remember where he's from, but he like kind of tried to quell the energy. Mm-hmm. And this man is not white. And so he was talking to this white older gentleman, quelling him. And I just like went up to our stunt guy and I was like, by the way, like that's not your job as well, to like fan the or put out the flames,
right?
And it was a little traumatizing for everyone because like we have a very multicultural set. Why are we bringing that energy to set at all? It doesn't belong.
Was that his first vertical, or like he acted as if he's never seen a vertical before?
I don't think it was his first vertical, but he definitely had a lot of rage online on his Instagram profile. So we're like, okay,
so it's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah.
How does he keep getting hired at this point?
Right. How?
Right.
Exactly. Toxic masculine energy for sure.
Damn. And how did the rest of the day go after that?
Oh my God. It was awful because, all that anger directed at, our primarily Chinese and Asian crew. I felt like the trauma was at the surface of it, So it was like, we needed to take a huge beat of like, that was so unacceptable.
Oh my God.
That was so unacceptable.
Be nice, guys.
That's a war story, yeah?
That's a war story.
That was war.
That was, bro came in guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing. And that's
chose violence.
He really chose violence. And that's the thing. It's like once we've gotten to that level of unhinged, we really don't know what you're capable of. You know what I mean?
That is true.
The social etiquette is so far out the window that it's like, I wouldn't put anything past you at this point. I don't know how angry of a person you really are.
That is so true. Mm-hmm. You know what? I might cut this part out. Okay. You know what I noticed? Like,
I think because like there's fewer opportunities for women. Like there's more of us in Hollywood, so we do have to be on our best behavior. We're also socialized to be that way, and then men just get rewarded, and they're allowed to like societally be whatever. And then they get paid more than us too.
Yep. That's also one of the points that I always would like to bring it up. Like all these female actors, they get dragged through the mud every single day on a vertical set. Mm-hmm. And the guy shows up pretty and just, straight up be a creep and then gets paid more.
Exactly. It feels like a microcosm of society, in my opinion.
Yeah. So on that note, let's talk about Cherry on Top.
No, let's bring it to social commentary.
What a segue to Cherry on Top. This is a short film that we worked on this past month at the end of March 2026.
Yes.
And as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, Cherry on Top is more than just a short film at this point, right?
It's a vision at this point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm being blatantly honest, I'm like, I'm in my Kanye West mode of like, this is my vision. This is my thing. So I'm very hopeful.
Yeah, but tell me about this project and like where the inspiration came from, why you want to tell the story, and where do you think this vision is going?
So very much Cherry on Top was born out of truth. I won't say it's 100% truthful, but I kind of like wrote it in this like therapeutic, cathartic, putting my pain on paper way and turned it into this mini series of following the story of unpacking trauma in a romantic relationship as a woman, and then just kind of being like, fuck you to the good girl programming that I was very much facing. And just being all the things that I was told not to be as a woman. That is the overlying message of why Cherry exists. She's the antithesis to like what society says women can be. And that's why it was so freeing. She's everything I'm not allowed to be. Mm-hmm. I could go on and on about Cherry on Top. So
that's what we're here for. She said in a cherry shirt. In a cherry t-shirt, by the way. I remember when we were on set for Cherry on Top, we had a really great conversation about the patriarchy, our 20s, and all the lessons that we learned throughout time. And you also told me, this is when you told me about the life coach that you've been seeing for the past couple of years and how it helped you. And I believe that you said that life coaches look into the future while therapists look into the past. So do you think that in making Cherry on Top and you as a performer in general, is that an act of digging up the past or exploring the future?
My intention with Cherry on Top was, it is my past to serve as a cautionary tale to other women. Hopefully they can relate to the lessons that I've learned. Maybe hopefully not make the same mistakes, or if they have, maybe find some solace in that that bad experience. You know what I mean? I feel like it's very on the nose with social commentary now. Did you hear about like the Rape Academy thing with the 62 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it oftentimes is our intimate partners that are the perpetrators of like our sexual trauma. So that's what Cherry on Top is exploring. Me experiencing sexual trauma in a romantic relationship, unpacking it post-mortem once I've already dumped him, and realizing it was such, it was a small little flag into like his whole behavior and moral standpoint. And I was like, okay, my intuition was right when it happened. But because of my good girl societal conditioning, I played it off. I cleaned up the mess. I took a Plan B pill just to make everything okay. And that screwed me over. You know what I mean? That was my piece in the equation.
Yeah.
So like, I want to help women take accountability for, accountability is a strong word, but I mean it. Like, what he did to me was not okay. It should not have happened. What I did to protect him was my piece in the equation. And that's how I'm able to grow and get out of the victim mindset of it.
Yeah.
So that's where Cherry was born out of.
So in making this such a personal story, and bringing all the crew in and bringing all of your friends in, do you think that was it a very, very, very vulnerable experience, or was it an experience of empowerment for you?
God, it would like flow between the two. I would, because it's so vulnerable. It's like a little cringe sometimes for me. I'm like, I'm letting my friends know like my deepest trauma, and we're gonna make it into art, Mm-hmm. But then I also feel like the people that I did assemble were the right people. They were people who like held space for that and brought it to life and brought art to it, So I'm really happy that I was that vulnerable. It's not easy to be that vulnerable. But it is freeing, and I feel like it's transmuting the pain and the trauma of it. It's like, no, I just turned it into art. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That's the gift that happens with bad shit. Turn it into something else.
Yeah. And during that, do you think it's important for you to kind of separate yourself from the art that you're creating? Or do you think that those things should be hand to hand at all times?
When we were shooting it, it felt like a fever dream those 2 days. When we started day one with the webcam stuff, I was like, yo, what did I just do? I'm telling everyone about like my past with this. But then that like kind of fell to the wayside, and like this more spiritual side of me was coming alive of like, no, this is good for me, good for everyone. I felt like the vibration was raised around it. And honestly, I also feel like my team found me. So like with Elizabeth and Ziggy, we worked.
Ziggy's our DP, by the way.
Yes. We worked together on this god awful werewolf vertical. Not to hate on the verticals, but you know, it was a werewolf vertical. And I had been talking about Cherry on Top for a minute, but like it's one of those things where it's like I'm talking about it, but am I actually applying myself? I was having a hard time actually applying myself. And like Ziggy and Elizabeth's ears perked up and they're like, passion project? Did someone say passion project? And I was like,
I remember this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was on that set too.
You were?
Yeah.
And it was over a lunch and I was like, they're like, yeah, anytime. Let's do it. And I was like, it kind of clicked. It flipped a switch for me. I was like, no, it is this easy to pull something off that I want to do. You know, like they served as a really good mirror to me that like, do it.
Yeah.
And so once I had them on board, we had a meeting a few weeks before. They just reassured me. They're like, we love the writing. You got to do it. We can make it work with the budget. And I was like, holy shit, it's real. And then it just felt like all the pieces fell into place because you weren't even going to be able to make it. And then we changed the dates and it worked perfectly with you. It
magically worked out.
It worked out.
I'm so glad. I'm really honored to be on it, by the way. So thank you for having me.
I was so happy to have you there, Howard. Like, you are like, our conversation we had on set was very impactful for me. Mm-hmm. I was like, you have this depth to you. You're this well of, you held a lot of space. I feel your depth. I felt your depth the most I've ever felt it in that conversation. And I was like, this feels so healing to have your support here, you know?
Likewise.
Yeah.
I feel like Cherry on Top was when we kind of connected for sure on a personal level.
Much deeper.
Yeah. Before it was a lot of just working relationship, I think.
Yeah. I had a friend crush on you the whole time.
Friend crush?
Yeah.
What is that?
I was like, I don't know like who he is, but I adore him.
Oh
yeah,
God,
that's how it was. I was like, I adore his like little essence.
My little table and my little
absolutely
my little set hat.
You got your setup. You got your set hat. You just had this like sweetness about you. Aww. Like that's very obvious to anyone meeting you. It's like, oh, you're obviously a sweetie pie. You know?
The feeling is mutual, Quincy.
That's
why we're here talking for 2 hours about something like that. So, I mean, where is Cherry on Top going? So, moving beyond the short film, what is this vision that you speak of?
The vision is I see her as a TV series. I like to liken it to Breaking Bad, Walter White's character arc. It's justified at first what Walter White decides to do. He decides to break the mold, break the rules to like say F it to society. But then his ego kind of gets out of whack and then he falls down the rabbit hole and you're like, Walter, stop. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I think we need more problematic women in our media. And I think Cherry is great for that. She's problematic as hell. So I want to see, I want to talk about love. I want to talk about trauma. I want to talk about sex work from a female perspective. And I think we can accomplish that in 3 seasons. So that's what I'm hoping to manifest with her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
One last thing about this. So how do you personally get over the misogyny of it all, especially in the vertical space?
You know, I'm finding my truth more and more is like I can't accept it the same way that I could before, like just being a cog in the machine of it all. I remember I did an audition recently where the lead guy was like playing with consent with the lead girl. So like the implication was that she was eventually going to get aroused by him like poking and prodding, like getting access to her. And I could tell that they wanted a read where like I show the arousal and I refused to do that. I was like, I'm not delivering that on this take. You guys, we are perpetuating rape culture with this. And it is that deep. Like you might think it's harmless, but it is like the shallow water that leads people into the depth of like rape culture.
Yeah.
I think we all need to be more mindful of it. You are just a person. We all just have to like get by. We are always operating in patriarchy no matter what we do. Yeah. So you don't need to internalize it. But I've really taken a step back from my acting and focused on social media so that I don't have to take a script I don't care to portray, which is nice.
So last question before we jump into the lightning round.
Okay.
So Quincey, we have a good working relationship, yes?
Yes. I hope so.
I hope so too. I never got the chance to ask this directly to an actor that I work with.
Okay.
So please indulge me for a second.
Let's do it.
As an actor, what makes a good script supervisor?
God, Howard. I mean, okay, I think it's an attention to detail thing. Like, that's your job, is to be attention to detail. And like me as an actor, I get lost in the moment, right? So I'm going to forget like the continuity stuff. You just like knowing like which way my hair fell or which way I need to come in. Like, it's just, it helps me do my job so much better. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about maintaining something because I have someone who's going to correct me if I'm wrong. And I think it is a testament to an actor if they can take that criticism from script soup because they're looking out for you too. You know? So we have a very intimate relationship in that way, I think. You know?
Yes.
You got to watch me and tell me like to make adjustments.
Yeah.
You know?
Ready for a lightning round?
Let's do it.
Favorite craft service item?
Rice Krispie treats.
Biggest pet peeve on set?
Shoot. Biggest pet peeve. Just, you can tell when a set doesn't have the ducks in the row. And so that is like, it speaks to the organization from the top down. You can feel it.
Yeah.
It's night and day when someone's ran a set properly before and when they haven't.
When they're not organized at all.
Yep.
Yeah. What about gummy bears that you love so much?
Oh, they're cute. They're fruity. Haribo specifically, they're like a little bit harder. I like that they're hard, not too gummy.
You love them so much that you paint them.
I love to paint them. Yes.
That's so funny to me. If you could get a third cat, what would you name it?
Oh, Baby Cat and Lucifer.
Baby Cat and Lucifer. That's the two that we have.
Yes. I would need like a little gray one. I don't know. I saw someone name a cat Cigarette.
Oh,
so,
are we on the same TikTok?
Our For You
and
page.
Blunt?
Yes.
We're on the same.
That was genius. I was like, Cigarette is an amazing name for a cat.
I literally just followed that account after that.
I was like, damn it. Why didn't I think of that? Siggy? Are you kidding?
Siggy, Joint, and Blunt.
Amazing.
What a great trio.
Yes.
What would be your trio?
Well, okay. So Baby Cat, I tried to rename her Lilith. So it was Lucifer and Lilith. But that just like didn't stick. Because she really is Baby Cat. I feel like cats, like, you gotta let the name come to you with their personality. So I'm open-minded to that.
Open-minded. One of your favorite films and why? Just pick one.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Makes me laugh every time, even though I know what beats are coming, and it just has everything to do with the performances and just the outlandishness.
Favorite villain outfit you've been in?
Villain outfit? Ooh. Well, 30 Years Frozen. Haven put me in some really dope fur coats. Love a fur coat. Love the Cruella de Vil of it all.
Shout out to Haven.
Shout out to Haven.
What was the more memorable moment, serving shots to Amy Adams or watching Usher up close?
How do you know this? How do you know this? Oh, I mean, probably Usher. Probably Usher. Let's be real. I adore Usher. Seeing him in live was like, I can die happy. But Amy Adams is really cool.
Are you still a recovering perfectionist or are you a recovered perfectionist?
I feel like we're pretty recovered. It comes up every once in a while. Like it's never going to fully die, I think. Like when I'm in a bad headspace, that old stuff might come up. but I know it's not my truth anymore. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Watching orcas in Puget Sound or climbing the Mayan temple in Belize?
Orcas.
Orcas?
Hands down.
Damn,
Hands
I wasn't
down.
expecting that answer.
Yeah, I think they're so magical and mystical. They're so cool.
One day I would love to see them.
Let's go to Seattle together. Let's go see them.
What does success mean to you?
Happiness, ease, flow. I'm living every day in the present. That's what it means to me.
What is your biggest fear?
Dying too young. I do have potential that I want to hit, and I don't want to die before I hit that potential. But that comes back to the present moment being my definition of success. Like, all you can do is you only have this moment now. So as long as I'm applying myself towards that goal, keeping my compass aimed in that direction, I'm already doing it. That's all I can do.
Are tennis balls green or yellow?
Green.
And finally, last one, are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most I've ever felt. Yeah.
That's the episode.
That's the episode.
That's the episode. Yes. Any last words, any recommendation, anything you've seen, anything you've heard, anything you've done recently that you would love to share to all the listeners out there that would recommend?
I feel like let's try and connect with each other more. That's what I hope anyone listening can take away from this. I think what's brought me the most happiness now is feeling human connection and feeling away from the programming of it all. Like the most beautiful moments and the happiest I've felt is like getting to talk to my people and meeting new people that become my people. You know, I want that, more of that in the future for everyone.
100%. I feel like it's
FAI.
I think it's very easy to get lost in the digital stuff nowadays, especially with the dating apps and the social medias.
Everything.
I know.
Everything.
You forget how cool it is to talk to a person. Like Quincey, you're sitting right in front of me and we're looking at each other and we're talking.
And that's it.
That's so special.
It's so...
That is so bare minimum, but it's so special.
Exactly. It's the little things like that. Like, no. That's where the good stuff is.
Yes. 100%. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for joining me on this episode.
Thank you for having me, Howard, and doing your diligent research. I'm very impressed.
Of course. I'm a script supervisor. I know everything. All right. I don't have an outro, but that's it. Bye. Yay.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a comment mark. Comment mark, take one. Second stakes. Got it.
The second six was solid.
Thank you. It was not good.
You have to look out for my lipstick looking crazy and my eyelashes.
Well, we're not on camera.
I know, but
That's the good thing about it. We can look crazy.
look crazy.
If we want to.
Look crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Welcome